Hi everybody, I'm Shah from Charlie's Angel Tarot, Mimi and YouTube, and of course Buddy Advice on Facebook. And this is the episode of The Lovers, number 6. We are talking about the Mystic deck, the Mystic deck, this one. And I'm going to explain and give my vision on this deck. Number 6 means balance and harmony. But in the tarot, it means choice, not only in love, but also in work and confrontation, choices to be made, but also choices bring balance. It also means harmony, domestic and peaceful happiness, quality, equality and reliability, and well balanced. Now, you see here a man holding a golden apple and 3 ladies, and that is the goddess from the left is the regal one. That's this one. That's the regal goddess, and she is the goddess with auburn hair, blue eyes, dressed in imperial purple, and wearing a golden diadem, a crown. She offers the young man the globe, and she's holding the atlas there. You can see that, hopefully. Then you've got the center woman, and she's seductive. She looks seductive with black hair, and her diaphanous. The shawl is colored pink and it's see-through, and the robe reveals more than what it covers. And she offers him the cup, the golden cup. The woman on the right is cool and chastely dressed in full battle dress. Her pale hair is half hidden by the helmet she is wearing. She offers the sword. Behind the 4 figures is a lush green cliff tops or hills. You can see the sky is blue. And this guy is called the prince. He's the Trojan prince. A man standing simply dressed with a crook because he's a sheep herder. The story behind it I'll tell you later. And in his right hand he's holding the golden apple, of course. And he will reward this golden apple to the woman of his choice, the winner of the beauty contest. The story goes like this. Hold on, I've got more to say on the ladies. The woman on the left, that is Hera, that's the spouse and mouthpiece of Zeus, and she carries the golden globe. Sorry, that's the woman on the left. To me, it's on the right. Okay, sorry, I have to remember that it is vice versa. It's turned round, which means worldly authority and ethical perspective of Zeus. If he chooses her, the emperor. The goddess of love is Aphrodite. She's in the middle. She's with the pink robe, and she offers the cup, which we will see again in the suits of cups. This lady. This is a symbol of love and relationships, and also the symbol of passion. The woman on the right, which is Athena, this is the one, she's offering the sword. We will meet her in the sword suit as well. She offers the symbol of cutting power and of the mind, and the keen vision and decisiveness which belong to the mental realm. Okay? So that's why the swords is communication, thoughts, wisdom, and the cups is passion and love, and the globe, I think that would be earth, because the globe is earth. So I think that will be sort of like the Virgo Taurus and Capricorn. The cup is obviously Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces, and the air signs is represented here by Gemini, Aquarius and Libra. So you've got the 4 elements in the Lover card. So it's quite pretty. It was pretty hard to decide with this card, but it is quite amazing, the story, the mythical story, the fairy tale behind it. Here we have the Trojan prince, he's called Paris, who commanded by Zeus how to judge the 3 women. So it's like a beauty contest. So it's the first beauty contest ever in the world. So that goes back ages and ages and ages. Further back than 500 years, like the ladies of this deck say that tarot has existed. Well, knowledge, to our knowledge, but like I said, it goes back to the Egyptian and Roman times. The legend is that Paris would bring down his father, the king. He was the king of Troy. The king sentenced him to death. Priam was the king of Troy, and he was sentenced to death, and he was left on a hillside, exposed to the cold and the horrible weathers. But he was rescued by a shepherd. He grew up as a shepherd. In his spare time, he would love the girls and the women. So he was quite sexually active, you might say, or flirty, because he was so good looking. And quarrels occurred between the 3 women, because they were apparently his lovers as well. And Hermes was sent. You remember Hermes, the messenger between the dark and the light. He was accepted. He could go to the underworld and the normal world, our world. So Hermes was sent because he could go through the gates of hell as well by Zeus to deliver this message, and he was ordered by the king of gods, that's Zeus, that Paris knew if he to choose between these 3 women. But Paris knew he caused one of these goddesses sadness if he would. Sorry, I can't get out of my words. Paris knew if he chose one of the goddesses, the other 2 would be angry, and then there would be reprisals. There would be vengeance towards him by the other 2. So he said to Hermes, no, let me split the apple. And Hermes said, no, if you don't do it, Zeus will do something to you. He will punish you. And he threatened him, in other words. So here we go. So Hera, that was the wife of Zeus, offered him rulership of the world, Athena to be the mightiest of the soldiers, and Aphrodite told him he would, that's the lady in the robes, in the pink robe, he offered him the cup of love and promised him the most beautiful woman on earth, which just happened to be the Queen of Troy. Ah, well, here goes. What did he choose? He chose Aphrodite without hesitation. Woo! The goddess of love. He got his reward, Helen of Spartan, but she was already married, and he was already the wife of the king of Spartan, and that was the downfall of Troy. Do you remember the story with the Trojan horse? Well, that's where she comes in. Coming back to Hera and Athena, these 2 on the outside, promised they would not be angry and left with a smile on their face, and they plotted his downfall and the downfall of Troy together. In the end, the city of Troy was burned to the ground. So the prophecy became true, because that was a prophecy that Troy would fall down. And the prophecy was that the king would be overthrown. Conclusion. This is a major decision that changes you, but also other people's lives, also on different levels. So it is important what you choose, because it's not only his life that changes, or the life of these three ladies, but also because Aphrodite gave him the most beautiful woman on earth, who was already married, and brought down the whole city of Troy and the people there. Paris was an unexperienced youth making major decisions, which was driven by compulsion of instinct and desires, and not wisdom. This reflects also our needs and values when we are inexperienced and young, that we have to learn along the way from the fool to the world. So in the big arcana means that you're the infant, and that's where the journey begins to the world, number 21, that it is you have to stand in your power, and you have to make decisions and choices, and you must learn along the way to be conscious of what the consequences are behind your choices. Also learn that we cannot blame another for our own choices. It is not wrong to make a mistake, so long you learn from it and change your mistake by not doing it again for the next time. So make the right decision so you don't harm others. Now, this is the traditional card. The traditional card is two lovers, a man and a woman, nearly coming together, with a sort of bare background, and this is an angel representing God or the universe, and of course the sun. So this is more or less the story of the Garden of Eden, and not the mythic story. That this one has got nothing to do with Troy. So you can see how the difference is. So this one is more complex for a beginner that starts to read tarot, because he won't know the mythic story behind it, because you don't see two people like lovers here. He's got the beauty contest, so he can choose his love, but that's it. And I wouldn't see this as the lover card if it wasn't written above. Would you say you see love there? No, you've got a choice. So the number 6, the word choice, comes to the forefront in this card more than in that card. But the card lovers means coming together, making a choice to be together or alone. And which choice? That's how you can see it. And that in this card, it's much easier to read it, because then you've got the two people and they are in love, and it is blessed by the universe or God. It all depends what you believe. But it also means that you can make decisions to be with one or to be together. Okay? Here you see passion, love, justice, and the earthly goods. So I think that's pretty amazing. And sometimes there is, if you hold the cards upside down, then you can see like there's a cave, and some say that this is the man bending over, and that these are trees, and there's a bird here. So there's a lot more you can see in Wire Wright's deck than in this deck in this instance. But still, I think the story behind the Mythic deck is beautiful, and that what makes it exciting. And there again, you go deeper into the vision. If I see this, then you've got the choice. I would say, yeah, you've got, nowadays you've got the church wedding or you've got the civil wedding. So I would say that's a civil wedding. This means love and passion, and this means coming together like earth, birth, growth, and uh, fruition. So that is quite basic meaning. I think that's a nice meaning to this card. And it doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor, you always have to make the choices to stand in your power, to carry that golden apple, that forbidden fruit. So I hope you, the forbidden fruit, I think it's a bit overdone, but here the guy is offering, you could see that as the ring. So he's offering it to the winner, which was Aphrodite. So I think that's a nice explanation. It's very simple, but sometimes simple things are the most difficult things. So those are the two cards. This is the traditional tarot, and you see how they've changed, and that's why these two ladies have brought it back into the pagan translation, down to earth. And this is more the Bible or fantasy like. I don't think there's so much history behind that except for the Garden of Eden. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this explanation. Let me know by your reactions down here, and please like and share and become a member. If you become a member, you can do that just down there. Click on the bell and you'll be notified for new uploads or when I go live. If you don't want to be notified, don't click the bell, but click the membership button, and then the channel will be saved in your library, and then you can find me much easier, or the channel. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care and see you tonight. Bye bye.